Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited to show all of this to you, so I think we'll just dig in. This is my little seating area because I'm having a guest this evening, and this is the bed behind me with the elderberry in it. I put a clematis in right there. That's going to be a little memorial spot for a cat of mine that passed away almost 2 years ago now. And I'll show you around. We are looking for outdoor chairs if any friends of mine see any for free on the side of the road. So this bed and the bed that's all the way over there is all full of different kinds of mint and a few flowers. I found all of these flagstones under the gravel when we did the gravel project and got all the weeds done and tamped down with some plastic. So that was really cool to find the path. This is a bed that was totally a mess. The plants on this side of the house are still becoming established and they're in the direct sun. So some of them are still recovering, like this guy right here. But she'll get used to it after some time. Just like this tomato plant up here. If you all can see, it's having a little bit of a hard time today in the 95-degree heat, but as soon as that sun goes down and we give it some water, it's going to be just fine. So don't freak out if any of your plants do that for a day in the heat. I've got some shepherd's hooks with some things on them. I should show you some of my peppers and tomatoes that are happening. I've got some in here and in here, and everyone's just been up potted, so they're still getting reestablished in their new containers. And as you can see, this is having a little bit of a difficult day, but she'll be all right. Got a nice big fat boy in there. There's my little chard plants down on the floor because I'm using a table, but they're ready for a second harvest. These are my tomatoes. So essentially what happens, tomatoes are vines. You know, when they say ripen on the vine, that actually means something. And so what will happen to these is they will eventually just droop over this railing here. And some more peppers. I'm really pleased with how big my moonflower leaves have gotten. They're like the size of my hand. And I'm eagerly awaiting my first bloom on my moonflowers. I know the last time I showed all of this to you, there wasn't any mulch down and the plants weren't in yet. So this is just everything I've put in this year. A lot of it, like this bush back here, are perennials. And so they'll be establishing themselves this year, and next year is going to be when they're all getting really, really happy. I have a great little bird area over here. We have been getting hummingbirds. I just haven't seen any yet, but my neighbor has. Here's some more mint and flowers and catnip. This is catnip. And lots of pots behind me. Rosemary, lemon thyme. And so I kind of wanted to share with all of you what my end goal is. So we're going to sit and look at the garden and have a little chat. So as I was gardening and healing and figuring out what I wanted to do with my life in my early 30s, I thought it would be so nice just to open a permaculture center where people could come and learn to do all the things that I know how to do some healing, and have a place where there would be a community center for clothing swaps and book swaps and veggie swaps and lessons and all kinds of people teaching people things. And so that's what I'll be working towards as we are going along with our gardening. It's going to be something that my partner and I are going to be working on, is finding a piece of property where we can actually make this project a reality. And it will begin with a bare piece of land with hopefully a house on it. and we're going to go from there and hopefully add a community center onto it, a farm stand with a little cafe, and then hopefully, if everything goes to plan, some tiny houses that would be used to house people who were just coming out of prison, coming out of domestic abuse situations, or coming out of rehab. So that's my end goal, and I will be vlogging my entire process on this channel, so you can look forward to that. I really hope everyone enjoyed the last video that I did from my office. The next video that comes out will be me reading an excerpt from the book that I'm writing, all about my final healing process and what that looked like. So I hope you love seeing the progress that we've made in our garden. I'll also be working on some gardening how-tos like Compost 101. I'm going to be repotting a lot of plants. You'll see that, like the lemon thyme, for example, that I showed you before is way too big for its pot, so we need to put her in a bigger pot. So I will be doing some repotting and showing you all how to do that. I also have an orchid collection that I can show you how I care for those. And we are going to be beginning our moss growing process probably in the end of August. I'd like to cover all of this gravel with moss. I think it'll look pretty cool, and it will help us, we won't have to get rid of all the gravel and put sod down. We can actually just create a little lawn on top of the gravel. So that's exciting. I hope everyone is having a beautiful weekend in this heat. I am definitely looking forward to my guest this evening, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.